he got a bullhorn. Come on, young brother, Nathan. You know that motion right there, my boy. And he said, you know what, right, brother. This is young brother. Poet, activist, black guy. This is the first president over at Dunbar High School. Really? So we need to stay, y'all to stay connected so these young brothers.
It's a shame how, like,
Well, you can understand easily because number one, yes, let's take the lady right there. I'm not sure her circumstances are. I wouldn't have bet that in her world, everything was more important.
Testing, 1, 2.
She's probably afraid to become involved because maybe she thinks something is wrong. And you see a black man say something wrong, he's wrong anyway. You gotta be aware of
Chicago. Chicago, we are here today standing in solidarity, Chicago. We are here today to say that justice must be done and justice must be served today, Chicago. So if you're around, we are inviting you over. Come on around. If you believe that black heroes matter, if you believe that black lives matter, we want you to join us and come over here with us. We want to talk to you about a man. A man who was the founder of our city, Chicago. Did you know that Chicago was founded by a black man by the name of Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable? So we are here today to say that justice has been long overdue. There is no major street in the name of the founder of our great city. There is no monument that you can look at when you go in Grant Park of the founder of our city. There is no holiday to observe the founder of our city, Chicago. While the Cook County Commissioners and the Cook County Board is deliberating over removing Columbus as a county holiday and instituting Indigenous Day as a holiday, they are on the right track and they are doing the right thing. We're saying to the mayor of this city, Lori Lightfoot, we're saying to the alderman and the city councilman, it is time for you to stand up and it is time for you to do the right thing. And the right thing is making Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable the new name for Lakeshore Drive. Again, we are asking for the renaming of Lakeshore Drive to Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable Drive. This is not our first round, brothers and sisters. When we first went to the city council, we said that we want to rename Columbus Drive Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable Drive, and we got kickback from that. All kind of kickback came, and then they said, well, it's too many addresses on Columbus Drive for you to rename Columbus Drive. So then we talked about it, and we met with more politicians, and Alderman Moore, one of the champions for this cause, came back and said, well, they're talking about Lakeshore Drive, Outer Lakeshore Drive. And then someone came to us and they said, well, why don't you just rename Lakeshore Drive from Roosevelt to 79th Street, where black people live? We don't want Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable as Lakeshore Drive, where the white citizens of this city live. But what we're saying to you today is that you wouldn't have the city of Chicago if it were not for the black man, Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. So it is a city. It is a city recognition. And in the city of Chicago, it includes all nationalities and all creeds. So why not have it from 79th and to the end of Lakeshore Drive, all the way to Hollywood, all the way to the north? And so we're saying today, brothers and sisters, that today was the day that they sat in city council and it finally got out of the transportation committee and it finally went to the floor where the argument was made to rename Lakeshore Drive Jean-Baptiste du Sable Drive. And it makes sense. It makes sense, brothers and sisters, that that whole city skyline that you see was the first place that Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable arrived. It was 800 acres of swampland when he arrived here. He didn't arrive killing the native people like some of the pilgrims under Columbus' leadership did. He didn't arrive as a slave master like some of the European descendants did. He worked in harmony with the indigenous people of this city. He built relationships with the indigenous people of this city. He crossed cultures and eventually married Kitty Hawa, a native woman. So brothers and sisters, we're saying that stop making this a racial problem. If this was a white man who founded our city, like they tried to give credit to John Kinsey, there's a Kinsey Street in Chicago. Right down the street from here, there's a Kinsey Street. Why don't we see a major street named after the founder of our city? Is this a racial issue? We're here to declare that all lives matter, but that includes black lives. And we're here further to declare that black heroes matter too. Can we get some noise for that, Chuck?
Black heroes matter. Black heroes matter.
So we are waiting on Brother Ephraim Martin, who's the president and founder of the Black Heroes Matter organization. We encourage you to go to blackheroesmatter.org and see the fight that we've been fighting. This is years in the making, brothers and sisters. We just didn't arrive here a couple of weeks ago. We've been doing this thing for years. And now we finally gotten our day that we can be heard on the floor in City Council, and we're saying, Mayor Lightfoot, do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
We know that you are under pressure for the white citizens of this city, especially the Northsiders who don't want to see Lakeshore Drive renamed Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable Drive. But what we're saying to you is that this is not a race thing, it's not a black thing, this is a Chicago thing. Chicago owes the founder of its city a holiday, a major street, and a monument, so that when people come to our city, they can know and understand that Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, a black man, founded our city. Mr. Shamil.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter for Du Sable. Black heroes matters for Du Sable. Black heroes matters for Du Sable. Will we finally honor Chicago's founding father today? She's coming, we understand, sister. But today we want to honor Chicago's founding father, a black man. A black man. What would it do if your baby, your grandchildren, or your child knew that Chicago was founded by a black man? Do they know that?
These black people don't raise their kids right like how our parents did.
I understand that, but does your baby know that Chicago was founded by a black man?
What black man? Martin Luther King here?
No, Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. That's why we're out here today, sister. That's why we out here. It's not a Muslim thing. Baptiste was a Haitian man. So Black Heroes Matters for DuSable.org is where we encourage everyone to go visit. Today, the City Council is voting to rename Lakeshore Drive to DuSable Drive. But we also want to encourage you guys to understand our other two initiatives. Number one, we want a full city holiday in honor of Chicago's founding father.
Yes.
No disrespect to any other individual that's been honored and given a full city holiday, but why is the founding father of this great city, of one of the third largest cities in the world, one of the most recognizable cities in the world, why does he have a full city holiday? Why? Why? Also, we have all of these statues and monuments all over the city of Chicago No disrespect to any individual who
These
has
brothers
one.
need to sit down.
But why a black man who founded this great city, why doesn't he have a full city statue, a full monument? Why does he only have a bust that you can only see his upper body? I think it's less than 10 feet in diameter on the Chicago River. Why the founding father of Chicago only has that? Why doesn't he have a full monument, a full sculpture that's positioned where tourists from all over the world, we have hundreds of thousands of tourists that come to this city every year. And I can guarantee you, a small fraction of them know that this city was founded by a black man. So today we are here to fix that. Today we want to be on the right side of history. Today is the first step. Today is the first step, which could be a domino effect. Right? It could be a domino effect into righting the wrongs of the past. Right? That's what we're here to do. And it could be a domino effect that can spill over to our education system. Why isn't Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable taught in our educational system? Why does the Chicago Public Schools, why isn't it a curriculum specifically on him and other heroes of this city who contribute, no matter what color they is? Right, so we're here, BlaqHeroesMatters.org. We encourage you guys to please go there, because just renaming Lakeshore Drive is not the only initiative. We have 2 other initiatives that are very important. And we encourage you guys go there to get the history about who Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable was and the contributions that he made to this great city. And it's a brother here, right here, that can give you a brief synopsis of his history. And he put it into our form. His brother Blaq Ice here has a piece that strictly goes into the history of Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, as far as where he was born, as far as where he settled, as far as who he married, as far as how he intermingled with the natives here, right? So we want to rewrite history for our babies, and not just of our color, not just black babies. Of all babies that come from the city of Chicago, they need to know that this great city was founded by a black man of Haitian descent. So I'm gonna have the mic over back to Blaq Ice and let him do the piece with you guys.
We thank you for that, my brother. And again, just like the sister said, and she's speaking, we agree with her 100%. Chicago has a violence problem that needs to be solved. Chicago has a resource problem that needs to be solved. There are no jobs in our community. Education is very limited in our community compared to our north side counterparts. Drugs and alcohol is being funneled into our community. And we're saying that Black Lives Matter as much as Black Heroes Matter. This is a poem that I wrote for Du Sable. My brother, if you guys could just move down a little bit, my brother, if y'all could just move down a little bit. This is called Black Heroes Matter.
He said black people matter. It should be all life matter.
I am the father of Chicago.
It should say all.
My name is Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. I come from a royal bloodline. My ancestors were kings, queens, and prophets. From Israelite to African Haitian slave, life of my people was very modest. My grandparents landed on the shores of Saint Domingue by way of slave ships. They gave birth to my mom, who gave birth to me around 1746. My father, Point du Sable, was a Frenchman. My mother, Susanna, a slave lady. My people were slaves under the French when Saint Domingo became Haiti. But thanks to a 13-year revolt and war led by Toussaint Louverture, Haiti would gain its independence in 1804. But I digress. I soon would leave the only home I knew. I was a skilled mariner who traveled the seas and mastered the seas and traveled by ship. From my father, I learned the way of politics and sailed from Haiti to New Orleans around 1766. There I became friends with some of the native tribes. They taught me the ways of the land, how to farm it, and how to get by. And when disputes became among the native tribes and beef began to increase, I became a peacemaker between tribal factions. Blessed are the peacemakers, I kept the peace. and among the native tribes. I met a beautiful native girl named Kitty Hawa, and she became my wife. She gave birth to Jean Jr. in 1773, and a daughter, Susanna, who I named after my mother who died. She was born 2 years later in 1775. Then I was approached by the British to fight, but I refused to fight in the Revolutionary War. God had something much more greater for me in store. I took my family and left New Orleans. Eventually, I would settle in an unsettled land to build something new. A place with no slave masters, not ruled by any foreign power. This place was called East Chicago. Or in case you didn't know, East Chicago became known as Chicago. I established a successful trade post there. Developed over 800 acres of swampland. I was a skilled master negotiator and interpreter. Skilled in English, Spanish, Haitian, and the native languages. The Europeans would travel to my trade posts to buy their fur. So when you gaze upon the Chicago River, see me. When you travel down Lakeshore Drive and see the harbors and that beautiful Chicago skyline, see me. One day my city will acknowledge me. And paying homage to me won't be a factor. For there are no major streets named after me, no holiday, and no monument in my honor. Chicago needs to know that Black heroes matter. I am the founder of Chicago. Not that I was the first one here, but I was the first settler to establish trade. I had no slaves. I am the father of Chicago. My name is Jean Baptiste Point du Sable.
Thank you, my brother.
Hey, y'all give it up for the one and only Blaq Ice. People across the street, give it up for Blaq Ice. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, y'all give it up for Ephraim Martin. That's in there with the city council. He's in there right now. And he spoke about an hour ago. And we just hopefully that the name will be changed. And it will be great. But if not, hopefully something great will come out of here. This stuff that's happening every week, every month. But we here just want to get the name changed and to push for that and to bring more awareness that this was founded by a Haitian immigrant, this city. So, hey, if you don't like it, that's all right. There's a lot of stuff you don't have to like. Hey, life still go on. So just be with us on if you're for it, or if not, hey, do what you got to do. But hopefully this name will get changed like the IDB Wells did. And if not, hey, we'll keep it moving and hopefully better things and great things will come out of here. Peace.
We thank you again. And to just make sure you understand the purpose and the reason why we are here today is because City Council convened today on the floor for the question, should Lakeshore Drive be renamed Jean Baptiste Point du Sable Drive, the founder of our great city, Chicago. Again, should Lakeshore Drive be renamed Jean Baptiste Point du Sable Drive? And we're saying yes. We're saying yes, without a shadow of a doubt. It is long overdue that the founder of this city has not been getting his just due. If this, brothers and sisters, and we have to say it, was a white man who founded the city of Chicago, like they tried to give credit to John Kinsey, John Kinsey has a street.
All right, you're right.
But because this was a black man who founded Chicago, the early politicians of the city decided that that would be too much to give recognition to this black man who founded our great city, Chicago. We're saying, stop playing the race card. We're saying that this city council, no, you're not responsible for not acknowledging this man all of this time, but now it's in your hands. Now it is in your lap. You have a chance and an opportunity to do the right thing. Rename Lakeshore Drive Jean Baptiste Point du Sable Drive. We want a major street, we want a holiday, and we want a monument in Grant Park for this black man who founded Chicago. Do your children know? Do your nephews and nieces know that it was a black man that founded the city of Chicago, and his name was Jean Baptiste Point du Sable? This is not just black history, this is Chicago history. So we have to stop playing the race card, putting black against white, putting the elders against the youth. It is time for all of us to come together and recognize the founder of our city, brothers and sisters. We want Lakeshore Drive renamed, and we want it renamed now. Where's that poster at? Let's hold up that poster so they can see how that poster looks. I need both of you all to hold each end so they can see what the street would look like. This is the future of what is called Lakeshore Drive today. Du Sable Drive going north, all the way to Hollywood and beyond. Du Sable Drive going south, all the way to 79th Street, brothers and sisters. And so we want to continue our fight. It is a respectful fight. It is the right and the righteous fight. And this is long overdue, and we cannot hold off any longer. We have to do the right thing, Chicago. So call your alderman. Give your alderman pressure. Tell your alderman that it is time to do the right thing and rename Lakeshore Drive Jean Baptiste du Sable Drive.
His major reason for it, that whenever against efforts like that, he gave one to that. See something happen to make it recorded. So I talked to myself, I try to get a perspective. I know it might be a disaster one or 2 minutes. So I said, which narrative are you going to show? The image of this or the narrative of the whole lady? That's why I told him. I knew exactly what he thought he might do. He came over very well. That's why I said, you know you've been recorded. That's what he's going to hurt.
How y'all doing? 1, 2, 3.
The main thing is funny. On the question they asked is, like I was telling him, why would you not want to make this up? I know he wrote about it like, every time he said, you gotta be careful. She knows that even if we might believe otherwise. We should ask the question, why would you not?